And welcome back. Vlog number 15. Although I tried to do this once before this specific vlog. And never vlog when you're tired. Should be public service announcement about that, right? So I tried to do one earlier and I forgot to do the timestamp. So I said, you know, I'm gonna do another take. I don't know. I just decided to redo it because I didn't want to forget the correct vlog, and I also the timestamp, which is 12:48 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the now 15th of November, and otherwise I might be watching Cobra Kai season 6, the third round of episodes that they dropped on Netflix. And the really weird thing is that I said to myself, I'm not going to get Netflix because, well, there's a lot of different reasons for it. Probably one of the biggest is that I can't afford more than one video streaming service. There's Hulu, there's Disney Plus, which are now the same thing, but extremely expensive. And then, of course, there's Peacock, which is universal, and so on. And so, like I said, I mean, having as many, and of course there's more. I mean, if you want some independent type of streaming or something that's more of a niche or genre like anime, and I've seen a few. I've also seen some British streaming service now. I think it's called BritBox. I think there's another one that is for Canada, something similar, although I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, but when it comes to Netflix, haven't been specifically too happy with them overall. Specifically, some of the things that they do as far as a company, I wasn't too thrilled with. That And with an E was canceled. I was a big fan of that. I watched that with my mom. We loved it. If you watch Little House on the Prairie, as I did growing up in the 80s, And with an E was really up your alley. And so, like I said, don't do vlogging when you're tired. Because I don't know that it's necessarily as good of an idea. So yeah. But yeah, as far as the streaming services, which are a part of the entertainment, and there's a whole psychology and business model with that excuse me, I honestly think is changing because the socio-economic and the dynamics are changing. I think people are probably at a fatigue when it comes to where they get their streaming services now. And it's like, when you think that some of the content should make sense, like, let's say, Paramount Plus, where you can get all your Star Trek movies, all your Star Trek series, up until recently, which has changed. Now, MGM, which obviously has their own streaming service, if you want to watch Star Trek, some of the film series, you have to subscribe to that. And it's just not one of those things that particularly I find too helpful and stuff. And especially since the fact that the whole point, I think, to go to, streaming services like Netflix was to kind of get away from not being able to get what you want, as opposed to paying for the premium packages that went with cable, and not necessarily being able to afford what you want to watch because you're also tied to pay for stuff that you don't want to watch. So, yeah. definitely has an impact. And so I would say that's probably the best bang for my buck, in all honesty, is YouTube. Although, yeah, no, without premium on it, you really can't get. If you're wondering what that sound is, and I apologize that I do that. It's my back scratcher. Sometimes I'm just monkeying with it and playing around with it, but yeah. So I'm actually pretty tired. This is still a full vlog, but that's what's basically going on in my life right now in terms of just right now, just getting through the week, taking care of a few odds and ends in terms of my life as far as with my mom and getting her to doctor's appointments and things like that. It just seems like really at this point in time in the year, it is really everything's starting to kind of slow to a bit of a crawl in some places. And, even though in terms of like the different variety of things to watch as far as TV, radio, and all that kind of thing has picked up a little bit, I don't know. There just doesn't seem to be too much on for me. So hopefully this vlog is not although it's not my best, is not my worst. It's hopefully it's not one that I've regulated because I'm tired of just telling you some things to fill the time. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah, I wanted to do my vlog, get what's on my mind. Obviously, once I've got some sleep, I'll have some better things to share in terms of my channel and my vlogs. It's just that, yeah, this is what I want to do with my vlogging and that. So, but yeah, I think it's time. 7 minutes is probably a lot longer than I should on this particular vlog, but hopefully you're staying tuned. People have gotten a chance to catch or listen to some of my other voice vlogs, and yeah, I have been looking at some things in terms of how to grow a channel and that kind of thing or whatever, but really a lot of it has to do with doing many things that I want to say that I'm against, as though I have some kind of philosophy. I've just started really doing this. But there's certain ways that I don't want to be recognized, in certain ways that I would find is acceptable. And so I do have to find that balance. I love doing YouTube. I love watching vlogs. I love interacting with others. And so that is pretty much the method or the way that I actually choose to grow this channel. And so, because really I don't want it to be one of those things where I over advertise or over promise and under deliver. I'm not promising anything. I just, hopefully this medium still has a road and a way of connecting with others who maybe don't get all of their entertainment from Netflix and the various different ways of communicating, and, really do enjoy doing things like just sharing their thoughts, what's happening in a day-to-day, in a way that just, is kind of like comparing notes and checking up. So, but yeah, I'm getting a little tired. It's 9 minutes, and so yeah, I think that's going to do it for this vlog. Until next time.